Hello and welcome to Lifted Veil Tarot. I am your Salty Sage, and today we are going to do a reading on what energy is ready for you to let go and the energy that you will be making room for to enter your life once you've let this other energy go. So we're going to start by choosing 3 oracle cards from the Citadel deck. This one, this one, this one. Okay. So our 3 cards. First we have the Warrior, Perfectionism, and Burnout. Okay. Next we have the Muse, Generosity and Naivety. And last, the Wise One, Tradition and Order. So, these are the 3 cards, and what we will do is we'll add some crystals with them. For the Warrior, we have the Raw Tiger's Eye. For the Muse, we have the Lapis Lazuli. And for the Wise One, we have the beautiful Selenite. So take a minute to decide which of these 3 speaks most to you, and I'll put the timestamps in the comment section, or the description section, and we'll see you there. Hello, pile number 1. You have chosen the Warrior, Perfectionism, and Burnout, along with the Raw Tiger's Eye. So let's get some oracle cards to go with this. First, our Dragan Fae Oracle. Our Animal Energy. What does pile 1 energies look like? Okay. Oh, I think both of those actually. Okay. So these are your oracle cards. Let's move this over here and then we'll start to go through these. So we have New Moon Fae, Soul Scrying with the Warrior. The Fox in Reverse. Let's see here. And this is a fun new little deck I have. The Urn. Okay. And the Black Doll. Okay, well, we definitely see the energy that needs to go and the energy that needs to come. The energy that you need to remove is this self-doubt that is keeping you from advancing. There's something that you fear, and what I'm seeing is that this fear is that that there is inherently something wrong with you. You are unsure of who you are. There's something that's calling to you that you're struggling to fully embrace. the energy that is ready to come in for you is this warrior energy. Let's get some tarot cards to go with it. I think I'm going to use the black tarot for this, just because we ended up with the black doll. Because this does feel like it's a rather heavy energy. What you need to release is rather heavy. Let me move these because they're making so much noise. Okay. Oh. So, 1, 2, the bottom one. For the Ace of Wands. Energy that's coming in. Okay, how many do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we need 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So I recently, my sister showed me a new spread that I felt very drawn to. So we're going to be using that for this. So what we have is the Ace of Wands is kind of an overall energy for the read. And there will be 6 cards here. And then this is the kind of the response to the energy here. So first we have the 7 of Swords crossed by the 2 of Cups, 7 of Wands crossed by the 8 of Swords, and finally, I hope we can see these. Move this up here a little bit. We have the 4 of Spheres crossed by the 4 of Cups. Wow, okay. So what I'm seeing with this is sort of like the recent past with the 7 of Swords crossed by the 2 of Cups. This this dedication and planning that you've put into something. I think this was an endeavor that you really thought was going to go someplace. But in the current situation, there is an energy of realization that almost your worst fears have come true. You're being told it's time to really shore yourself up and have courage, because you're going to be required to free yourself. And in order to do that, you're going to have to pull in your resources with the 4 of Spheres and the 4 of Cups, pulling in your internal resources by finding this inner energy that you have. So really, what we're needing to do is to spend the time aligning yourself through meditation and realizing that these these fears that you have of what other people think of you are probably less what they're thinking and more what you're fearing. And I think it comes from a matter of not being quite aligned, being afraid of your own power, okay? Because you are a warrior. And with the urn, there's almost there's this miscommunication. These actually have quite a few interpretations. except for the black doll. It's pretty straightforward. But the urn, I'll read to you what the book says because it's a cute little book. But so with the urn, Friday, a sexual dilemma, a forged invitation, harmful rays, aldenuresis, which I will have to look that up, a broken heart, mumbling sickness, broken communications, injustice, interference, miscalculation, low fever, and scales. So the way this deck works is once you put the cards out, you interpret them according to what's surrounding them. And what I'm seeing for this one is almost like a mumbling sickness, broken communications, in terms of you're so unsure about your decision-making abilities that it's difficult to move forward. It's creating so much fear for you. Okay? Especially because we can see very clearly that you're coming up on this brand new endeavor, and you don't seem to know where to go for it. And it's boiling down to not trusting yourself and feeling as though you're trapped when you really can release yourself. Let's get a couple of clarifying cards. Actually, just something from the universe. Just a little. Okay. So, pile number one. Universe, if pile number one is able to take the time to align themselves, meditate, and bridge this gap between what they feel is their true self and the self that they're projecting, or that they feel they need to project because of others, and all this self-doubt. Tell us about the energy that will be coming out. All right, Magician and the High Priestess. This is an incredible energy of being both in tune with your spirit and being ready to manifest what you need and what you want in your life. Okay? But you'll be doing it from a higher level. Okay? And you'll be doing it within your power. And that's what this warrior is becoming solidified within your power. So pile number one, this is what the cards say for you. It's time to release that energy of self-doubt and bring in this assurity of who you are and your abilities. Okay? Don't hide from them. All right. Pile number one, thank you for joining me today. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next read. Bye. Hello, pile number two. You've chosen the Muse, Generosity and Naivety, with the Lapis Lazuli. So let's shuffle some oracle cards. What is the energy that pile number two needs to release, and what is it making room for? What energy is it making room for? Okay. No, I can still see it. That's the card. Okay. Do two of these. No, we'll do one of these unless two come out. Two came out in pile number one. Alright, energy that needs to remove in order to make room. Okay. We have Chingguang, Be of Light Heart. Now, Now that actually came in reverse, so let's see, camel and the effigy. Okay, so off the bat, we're taking something very, very seriously. Life is feeling, it's like you're not enjoying the good aspects of life, because right now anything that's overwhelming is just taking the spotlight. You're feeling like you have just got to continue to endure. Let's use our Egyptian tarot and see. Two of Wands. See Knight of Cups. Okay. So then we have the Ace of Pentacles crossed with the reverse Six of Wands. Just need 4 more cards. Okay. This is a new spread my sister showed me, so. All right. Then we have the Hermit in reverse, the Hanged Man in reverse, the King of Cups, crossed by the Nine of Swords. So in the recent past, there's an energy of having tried something new and feeling as though you failed at it. In the current situation, there's a desire to really isolate and dwell on almost like dwelling on the failure of it. And this idea that you're so into this energy of being disappointed that you're struggling to shift your point of view. But we do have the King of Cups in the near future, but it's crossed by the Nine of Swords, which is you bringing this burden from the past into your possible future. And I think that what we're seeing here is that there's a decision that needs to be made. When we have this effigy, we're looking at things that that represent failure for us. And you're in a position right now where it's almost as though you're being asked to or reminded that your perception of the situation is going to really lead you. So the energy that you're needing to release is this baggage over feeling as though whatever this was a failure. Okay? And as though it's hit that self-esteem so much. So we need to actually take this energy and switch it. This is a very holistic energy. This is combining both the East and West kind of philosophies, and it's asking you to realize and look for the lesson within the failure, because failure is just information. Okay, it's not actually failure. It's that you now know what isn't going to work, and with that knowledge, when you understand what isn't going to work for you and you let go of the burden of that failure, this muse is going to be able to come in and really push you through into your next endeavor. Okay? Because we have the possibility of this King of Cups here, as long as we don't bring that baggage. Because if you bring the baggage with you, then there's going to be kind of an unfocus, an inability to direct your upcoming projects. I can see that you've been really trying to hold it together for a long time, because of that fear that it was a failure, as opposed to simply an experience that gave you information, not just information, but it gave you life experience. Okay, life experience that you take with you, and you now are wiser. Okay, and with that wisdom, you can create amazing things with the muse. But you're going to have to make that decision to shift your perspective so that you view this not as a personal fault, but as a stage of development. It's like when we're learning how to walk. Sometimes we fall down, okay? But it's not because there's anything wrong with us. It's because we are learning how to have that balance. So pile number 2, this is what the cards are telling me, is that the energy that you're looking to release is this self-criticism and feelings of failure, and to shift your perspective to see them as information to inspire you to do something greater. Okay? This is what the cards say. Let's do a double, like a 2 card from the universe. What kind of possibilities will this open up for pile number 2? Hanged Man in reverse. That's okay. And the High Priestess. Okay. So as we see the Hanged Man in reverse and the High Priestess together, again, this is a very clear indicator of needing to change your perspective in order to align with a higher, not just a higher mode of thinking, but a higher vibration, higher energy, so that you understand that everything that happens in life is simply part of your development. Okay? And that will open up the creative energy within you, because it will remove that fear. When you're not afraid of failing, you can try so many new things. So be light of heart. Pile number 2, thanks for joining me. I don't think I mentioned that that Lifted Veil is going to be transitioning its name. I'm not exactly sure when it's going to happen, but So just trying to put these two together. So lifted veil and salty sage, because I'm your salty sage. And please like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next read. All right, bye. Hello, pile number 3. This is lifted veil, or your salty sage. You've chosen the wise one, tradition order, and the selenite. So let's get you some oracle cards. Pile number 3, what is the energy that you are ready to let go of, and what is it making space for? Okay, we have one. What energy is it making space for? Okay. That's a fun little deck I just got. All right, so the wise one, the selenite, we have the listener in reverse, we have the hawk in reverse, and the ladder. Okay. So the energy that we need to be letting go of is the suspicion and the idea of gossip. See, the listener most of the time is, cautioning us to listen to ourselves. But in this particular setting, I'm seeing it very much as a warning against listening to what others are saying about you or a situation or anything. You're placing too much value on that, and it's creating a little bit of paranoia. That's the energy that is needing to be released in order to bring out this wise one. So let's do our Spirit Song Tarot. Strength. The Empress. Okay. And then we need 6 more cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We have the 2 of Acorns in reverse on the back, which is the 2 of Wands in reverse. Okay, so we have the Chariot crossed with Transformation, which is the Wheel of Fortune. Wow, that is 4 major arcana cards. It like straight off the bat. Okay. 2 of Shells in reverse, crossed by the 3 of Shells. And the 6 of Crystals in reverse, crossed by the Justice card. Oh, wow, that is a lot of major arcana. Wow, okay, well, this is a reading for the wise one. Oh. Okay, so in the recent past, there's a closing of a cycle and a complete and total transformation, which is leading us into the current energy of basically moving on from a situation, like breaking a contract almost. But it's being crossed with the 3 of Shells, which is this very positive energy. So I'm seeing that this was probably something that it was on the toxic side, if you were constantly having this feeling of paranoia, and then we have the Six of Crystals with reciprocity, and then justice in the future. Wow. Okay, so the near future, it basically is that energy of feeling like you're putting in this and you're getting out of it something that you don't want, whether or not what you're putting into it is what you really would be healthy to put into it, or if it's not healthy. Either way, what you're getting out of it has not been good for you. And there is this transformation coming, this justice that is going to even this out. And it's going to require a little bit of courage and self-care. Okay? But what's going to happen here is, as you go through this major life transformation, I don't know what this is, but this is pretty big. And I'm seeing that as you're going through this, you're listening to what others are saying about you and are saying about this transformation, and it's making you feel as though maybe you're not on the right path, but you are. So when we do the listen, we need to switch that around to where you're listening to your inner self, okay? When you're listening to your inner self and that hawk switches around, you're going to see very, very clearly. You'll see very, very clearly, and that's going to be what gives you the strength and the self-care enough to be able to make this transition, because this is big. This is big for you. As you let go of this fear and paranoia and just let go of allowing others to place their energy onto you, and you really, whatever this is that you are letting go of, whether you're changing jobs, getting out of a relationship, breaking a negative habit, but this really, it's much more contract type. It's definitely something that has been there for a while. And it's been in the process of moving. You can see that with the Chariot. It's been working its way through for you. And this transformation has been like, you've been transforming behind the scenes. And because of your personal transformation, this situation has to change. But when it does, it's going to create a much happier and playful situation for you. And that imbalance and karmic give and take is going to find its equilibrium with the justice. But you have the strength to do it, and you need to take care of yourself as you do. This is a beautiful read. Let's get just 2 cards from the universe. 2 final. We have 3 final. Okay. So we have, again, that stop listening to others and listen to yourself, and the justice again. So as you are recognizing your own counsel, this justice is going to be coming forward. I'm going to clarify the Magician in reverse. We're going to use the White Sage Tarot, because I'm curious. The World. And Death. Okay. All right. So the Magician is not the first card in the Fool's Journey, it's the second card. And we're seeing you are completing one journey and getting ready to start another. But this Magician in reverse is you resisting, again, just resisting that change in terms of you're going to have to make a really conscious effort to seek your higher power and climb above the suspicion and block out these negative energies in order to complete that cycle that you're done with it. Like energetically, you are done. You are done. But for some reason, there's something that's holding on to you, and I think it's somebody else's energy. It's the cord cutting. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. In order to get this switched, there needs to be a cord cutting for this energy here. Okay? Whatever this is, it's time to completely let go of it in order to start this new journey with your Magician upright. If you have never done a cord cutting before, there are lots of different ways of doing it. It is amazing the energetic difference that you will feel the day after. It is incredibly effective. Yeah. So the energy you are letting go of is the suspicion, the paranoia, and surrounding your decision to break this contract. Okay? Stop worrying about what everybody else is saying about this decision and move forward with it, because it is a positive transformation for you. Okay. Well, I am your Salty Sage. This is pile number 3. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you on the next read. Bye.